everybody. Welcome to Flow Yoga Mob on a Saturday. Give me some hearts and thumbs up and all of that kind of stuff. Do all that now before you get on your mat so I know that you're there and that you're ready in your place. Now, before we start getting going with the asana, let me do all of the stuff that I'm supposed to say. First one is, remember, if you ever miss a live presentation, just go over to YouTube. And I just put one of the morning workouts on YouTube yesterday. The morning workouts are really, really good for my beginners, people who want to focus on anatomy, and even core conditioning, and just breath work, and sometimes I do a reading. I think the morning workouts, if you go and grab them from YouTube, are just going to be excellent for your home practice. Because 6 a.m., 7 a.m. is kind of early in the morning for most of us, right? So if you miss the live ones, pick those up on YouTube. What's my handle? Yogi Cecily. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. All of that stuff is good for the algorithm, right? You know that. Also then, Fridays and Sundays at 12 noon, I do alignment yoga on Instagram Live. Now those are sort of different, and I just want to give a plug for those because you got to have all of your equipment. The Friday and Sunday alignment yoga are really for those of you who are you've got all of your Iyengar equipment. We used to call it Iyengar equipment. A bolster, 2 blankets, 2 blocks, a strap, and a sturdy chair. The sturdy chair, you really got to look around your apartment and think about how you're going to do that, right? So that's Fridays and Sundays at 12 noon. Think about all of that. Where else can you find me? Oh, I'm Cecily_yogi on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, so give me a shout out on Twitter. I'd like to know if you're on Twitter. You can see the promos on Twitter and you can say, oh, hey, I did that class and it was great, because all of the classes are great. And then also, I remind everyone, it is donation based. We are into May. Shelter in Place, which I am learning is SIP, Shelter in Place. Is going on, is going to be going on a little bit longer. Terrell and I are doing fine. We are here, the studio is here, we're getting our bills paid, and we're trying to take care of filling out all of those grants and loans and all that kind of stuff. So that's tough work. And so we really appreciate the donations and the shout outs and everything that you can do for us just for a little while longer. I think things are getting ready to turn around, okay? All right, y'all ready to do some asana? Say yes, yes, all right. Let's change legs. If you've been sitting with one leg on top, go ahead and change. All right, so for me, that's my left on top or in front. And I want to do all twists to the left, all twists to the left. Inhale, exhale, left. Inhale, center. And left, left again, exhale. Inhale, center. Let's fire it up. Yeah, exhale, left. Inhale, center. 2 more. Left, exhale. Twist, twist, twist the ribs. Inhale, center. And 1 more left. And center. Great. Let's extend the legs out and lie down on your right side. I'm going to come off my blanket, lie down on your right side. Why am I doing this? Some of you know, I did the 2.23 mile jog yesterday. Yeah, for Ahmaud Arbery, the gentleman in Georgia who was shot down. So I did that run yesterday. You can still do it. I think people should still do it. I think it's okay if you miss the hashtag day. Go out, take your walk, take your jog, and then let folks know, social awareness of what happened. That young man was trying to stay fit. So I did the run yesterday and my quads are tight, so I want to give a little extra quad stretch time. Because it's my workout. That's right. I said it. It's my workout. And you just happen to be there supporting me. All right, let's come on up. Bring your right foot on top. Or in the front. 5 twists to the right. Inhale, exhale. Center. Exhale. Yeah, center. 3 more. Exhale. And center, inhale. 2 more. Exhale. exhale. Yeah, and center. Great. Gonna come off my blanket and lie down on the left side. Now let me tell you something else I have going on today. Look at the red and the orange. I got a lot of yoga mats over the years, so if you're following these classes, you'll notice periodically I change the yoga mats. I got this bright orange one. Let's think through the chakras. You know, orange is passion, passionate energy. Red, the Muladhara, the grounding, manifesting colors. Red, orange, yellow. That's what I got working today. And hey, check out what's behind me. Oh, Ganesh the elephant. Look at his trunk. Can you see his trunk? His trunk is pointed upward. Did you know? Upward trunk, good luck. So I got it all working today. I'm fired. I'm fired today. Fire and manifestation. Right? Let's go ahead and put the soles of the feet together. Bow down. Let's just go 3 times. Inhale, exhale, forward fold over Baddha Konasana. 1. Inhale, up, exhale. 2. Inhale, exhale, 3. Okay, we can stay down over the legs. Take your arms out. Don't even worry about it. Deep, deep forward fold over Baddha Konasana. 3. Yep, 2. Yes, and 1. Come on up, right inhale. Ooh, I felt the abdominals, okay? Great, coming off the blanket. Let's extend our legs out to the right. Alternating legs, let's sit up a single leg boat pose, single leg Navasana. Up to the right leg, exhale, up 1, and down. Up 2, and down. We're gonna do 4 more. Inhale, exhale, 3, and good, Navasana. I feel the quads, and left leg, 4. Come on now, let's do the right leg again. Inhale, exhale, up to the right leg. Give a nice stretch, a little baby stretch. I'm not gonna pull it in just yet. Just gonna hang the leg out and away. Roll the shoulders back, lift through the ribs. Maybe loosen up my neck a little bit. Not a lot, just a little nice movement in the neck, feels good. 3, and 2, and a 1. Okay, good. Let's do it again. Let's roll back. Got to start with your left leg now. Inhale, exhale, up left, and back, and right, and back, and left, and back. 2 more, and right, and back. 1 more left, and we're going to hold it up, and hold. So I'm not pulling. I actually want to use the leg to sit upright, roll the shoulders back, breathe deep through the ribs, get those intercostal muscles stretching with each inhale. Strong position, strong. Great. 3, 2, and 1. Roll back. I want to do something we do at the end of Ashtanga Vinyasa, and it's a little about modification. So we're going to bend the knees in, roll forward, grab your toes or your ankles, and extend the legs. Now, you can hold onto your ankles or your toes the whole time, or you can let them go and then grab again. So we're going to do 4 more of these. So I'm going to hold onto my toes. Oh, I bend, roll, extend. Delicious. Bend, roll, extend. And bend, roll, extend. Let's do 2 more. And bend, roll, extend. Work on it. 1 more. Bend, roll, extend. All right, now cross the ankle, roll back, roll forward, chaturanga. Roll back, roll forward, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, yeah. And downward facing dog, exhale. Pedal pushers, 8, breathe, 7, 6, nice, and 5, 4, beautiful, child's pose. Inhale, exhale, child. Inhale, exhale, downward dog. Plank pose, roll it up. Roll back, downward dog. And child's pose. That's one rolling wave. Come on now, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And plank pose, roll through. Inhale and roll back, exhale. Downward dog. And the child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Y'all, little Richard. Little Richard. So we just found out little Richard passed away today. So let's do a couple for him. Rolling wave. Good golly, Miss Molly. Woo! She sure likes to bowl. Good golly, Miss Molly. I know she sure like the ball. Now. Ooh, oh, get the rhythm and the rock. Get the roll as you go. Roll and flow, roll and flow. Good golly, Miss Molly. Good. She sure like the ball. What you say? Good golly, Miss Molly. One more. Oh, she like to roll and flow. Flow, baby, flow. Get the rolling wave and then look up and hail. Roll it back, exhale. Child's pose, child's pose, child's pose. Did you like it? I had fun. Go ahead, step your right foot forward. I almost always use a block. Get your good first hamstring stretch. 5, 4. Now the hamstring stretch here. Yes, 3, 2. I like it on the high side. Right, so it's nice on the high side. It's a half split, always gets more hamstring. And 1. Go ahead, change feet now. Left foot. I'm going to go through all of the split variations right out of the box here. So this is the high half split. Breathe. 4. Make sure you bring those toes, flex them up. 3. If you are following along, yes, 2. And 1. Changing legs. Right leg, it's still the half split, but it's the low half split. Yes? Sometimes the back around a little bit, not a lot. Breathe. 5. Keep the toes lifted up. 4. 3. Breathe. 2 and 1. Changing sides. The low half splits or the half splits. Ardha Hanuman. And exhale. So feel that hamstring stretch. 5. 4. After running yesterday, I haven't run that far like in 10 years. 3, I do not feel tight hamstrings. 2, I feel very, very tight quads and hip flexors. And a 1, good. All right, staggered, high staggered splits. Right foot forward, tuck the back toe, push out over both legs straight. Stay on the high side, I'm using the block. 5, right, 4. It's nice to go through all of the ranges. 3, and instead of thinking you're just gonna drop down into splits. 2, you want to get very good at all of the ranges. And 1, change sides. High, staggered, splits. Up you go. Breathe. 5, front toes are lifted. 4, back heel is lifted. 3, there's no wonky turn out in the back foot. 2, and 1. Still a staggered split, not a full split. Right foot forward, it's just the low one, which for me just means the hands are on the floor and the head drops down. 5. Look, I get my arms out in front. 4. 3. Woo. Woo. 2. And 1. Changing sides. Yeah, baby, the rock and the roll. Low, staggered. Low, staggered. See, it's good. Even if you have the splits, you know, all of these positions feel different. In particular, the high staggered splits really challenge the back calf. Because look at the difference in the back foot to when we do standard splits, okay? Good. It's the high, modified, full split. This is usually where folks will start to use a block, and I always recommend bend the front knee, put the block underneath the rear leg. 5, See, so look at these slight differences. 4. So what I want to do is I want to focus on the long rear leg. 3, I'm not trying to open the hamstring in the front. 2, because usually it's the rear leg that's having the issue. Try to push the ribs up. This is the high modified full split. High modified full split. And 1, changing sides. You can go through downward dog, get there however you like. I just like to work on splits sometimes and just drop it down, get everything in position, right? Lengthen out the rear leg, get the block on there, put a bend back into the front knee. Breathe. 5, right, 4. Once you get everything in position, 3, try to push the ribs up. And 2, up, 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 way up. Nice, and a 1. Right side. Now, you go back to any of those variations or work on your full splits. It's an 8 count. Cecily, we're not even warmed up yet. Why are we working on splits? We haven't done any sun salutes. Well, sometimes your sun salutes will be better if you open your hamstrings. I think sometimes we do too much with the sun salutes. You know what I mean? It's like too much is made out of them and we don't do anything to make the sun salute better, right? Some of us are really trying to open our hamstrings or open the hip flexor. 5, 4, you could just do a whole class and just focus on those things. 3, forget those old sun salutes. 2, and 1. Great. I am going to go through downward facing dog and change sides. Ooh, my legs feel a little heavy. They feel a little tight after running. But I think it was good. I think it was good for me to do that. So look how you do it. I give you at least 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds here. Right? Give it time to open up. We got to understand the difference between 2 sides. Got one side maybe tighter. It's probably not the hamstrings. Probably the rear leg is almost always the one that's keeping you away. But Cecily, I always feel the hamstring. Okay, here's the deal. Don't tear your hamstrings thinking splits are about hamstrings. You have to concentrate on the rear leg, and by trying to open the rear leg, you will save your hamstrings one day. 3, 2, and 1. Great. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Super. Ooh, that feels good. That feels great. Alternating step to the outside lunges, which means right leg lift. Step to the outside of right hand. Exhale, take it back. And left leg, 5 more. And step and back. Right leg, 4 more. 4 and step and back. And left leg lift, 3 and step and back. Right leg, 2 and step and back. And a left leg, 1. Good. Leave the left foot forward. Sure. Take your left arm, twist up. 3, both elbows drop. Give it time. Left arm up. 2. Both elbows bend and drop. And 1 more. Up, up, up. 1. Inhale. Exhale. Both elbows drop. 3 and 2. All right, and 1. Downward facing dog. Great. Well, go ahead, take your right leg, lift. Step forward lunge. Come on, up. Hello. Forward fold into prasarita. Any prasarita you like. I wouldn't do an inversion yet. All right, let's not get so in love with that. Get these good stretches. You always still have to figure out how it is that your elbows are going to get on the mat. How is your head going to get on the mat? And then ultimately, how are you going to get your ribs to go past your legs one day? So there's a lot to work on in this pose. Let's go to the left side. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. All right, same little bit of business on this side. You're going to start with your left leg. It's going to step to the outside of your left hand. Left leg lift, 1. Step to the outside of the left hand and back. And now right leg lift, 2. Step to the outside. and back. We got 4 more. Left leg, forward, step, and back. Right leg, 3, step, and back, 2, step, and back. Get that smooth stepping, gang. 1 more, 1, that's your right leg, step, and stay. Hello. Right leg twist up. Both elbows drop down, down, down. Come on now, give me 2 more. Up, up, up. Inhale. Exhale, down, down, down. Yeah. And 1 more, up. And down. So good, so good. Such a good stretch. Opens the thighs, inner thigh, hip flexor in the long leg, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Well, go ahead and lift your left leg. Step it through, stand up to breathe, and forward fold prasarita. Great. You stay there, enjoy your stretches. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. All right, so did you do all the things? I hope everybody did the things to be prepared for this workout. You see me here kind of straightening out my mat. So you always want to take the time, get your area nice and safe, remove any furniture from distraction. Make sure that the animals are going to be safe. You're not going to kick a kitty or a doggy. And then you've hydrated. It is starting to feel more like summer, so we want to hydrate better. Let's turn to the right side and downward facing dog. Great, great, great. Okay, right leg lift. Inhale, step forward, lunge. Exhale, drop the left knee. Come on up. It's the low crescent warrior with a forward hinge, which is okay. It's okay to take the forward hinge. Inhale, exhale, down, changing sides. I see a lot of questions. Take your left leg. We're going to alternate again. Left foot, step, drop the right. Arms up, low crescent. I'll see some things I'll say, oh, well, this is wrong. Not necessarily. And down. Good. Right leg, step, drop. A little bit of a hinge. This knee never goes past the toe. It's a little bit of a hinge. Downward dog. We got 3 more. And left leg. Sorry, 2 more. No, I was right. 3 more. So some folks need a little bit of a push to open the hip flexor and down dog. Now we got 2 more. Right leg. Yep, step. Drop the back knee. Low, hinging, crescent. Yeah. Downward dog. Got 1 more, 1 more. Left leg, a lift. Step. And hips forward, arms up and back. 3, 2, and 1. Downward facing dog. Right leg lift. Step forward, lunge. Come up, inhale. Hello. Forward fold, prasarita padottanasana. All right. So little Richard, there go all my heroes. Miss Aretha Franklin is gone. R-E-S-P-C-T. What you want? Baby, I got it. What you need? You know I got it. Turn to the left. Woo. Right? Boy, she was, woo. They were all so talented. So talented. Got to start with your left leg on this side. Left leg lift, stepping to the low crescent. Up, low hinging crescent. And then start to give it a little bit more. There's so many different ways to think about that position. Right leg. And I think it really just depends on your back, your spine, the discs in your spine, left leg. Hip sockets, knees, shoulders. Changing sides. Exhale, drop the knee, lift up. Good. 1 more. Left leg lift and step. Low crescent. I am trying to open this hip flexors. I am. And downward dog. Good, and one more. Lift and step. Drop the knee. Low crescent. Some folks can go further. Great, downward facing dog. Left leg lift. Step forward lunge. Come on, up. And forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. All right. And of course, James Brown, godfather of soul, he's been gone a while. Like a sex machine. Woo, work it like a sex machine. Okay, godfather of soul. I'm a little scared of the sex machine. Like, ah! Turn to the right side, downward facing dog. You're doing so great. Let's do a few walk back and start to get into something that does feel like Sun Salutes Chaturanga. Walk the hands back to the feet. Let's do the chair pose next. Hey, Utkatasana. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Inhale, straight legs forward, fold, exhale. Stand all the way up. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Walk the hands out. One push-up, down, up, downward dog. Right leg lift, step forward lunge, come up, and over downward dog. Yay. Walk your hands back to your feet. Bring your feet and your ankles together because we've got a chair pose. Utkatasana. Exhale, forward fold. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Walk the hands out, step or jump. You know, if you're ready for jumping. One push-up though, not chaturanga. Push-up, downward dog. Good. Left leg lift. Step forward lunge. Qigong circle up and over. Downward dog, exhale. Gotta breathe. Walk your hands back to your feet. Gotta organize your breathing. Utkatasana. That's an inhale. And forward fold, exhale. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Once again, exhale, forward fold. Walk out, one push-up, standard push-up. Downward dog. Right leg lift. Let's do two more. Step forward in the lunge. We're moving, we're sweating. Come up, over, downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Big toes together, ankles together. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Yep. Exhale, forward fold. Stand all the way up, inhaling. A little bit of a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out plank. Control your breathing. One push-up. Downward dog. Super. One more, left leg lift. Step forward in the lunge. Qigong circle up. Over. Downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet. Take the chair pose. We're going to hold your chair pose. Hold. Utkatasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bakasana, the crow. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight legs, forward fold. Next up, we're going to do something called a curtsy. A curtsy lunge. And you're going to start with your left foot. If you cross your left foot towards whatever's behind you and then look towards me. Now dig it. Drop both knees down. And it's this very humble lunge or a curtsy. Then a standing split. So you're going to be standing on your right leg. Keep your head and shoulders down. And then extend your left leg up. Développé or unfold it in the air. 2 more times. Curtsy. Now on the curtsy, not only do I look down at the ground, I look up at the ceiling. Up there somewhere. All right? Standing split. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Curtsy. Inhale, exhale. Let's take some balance. You can use blocks. There's a lot of things you can do here. Standing splits. Don't fall. Concentrate. 5. The more you look upside down. 4. The more you look at the ceiling. 3. The more your left foot will go to the ceiling. 2. And a 1. Plank pose. Modified side plank. Look towards me. Modified side plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All fours position. Right hand, left foot in all fours. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Downward dog. Right leg lift. Step forward lunge. Stay low. Face front. Goddess squat. 5, 4. So good. 3. If you want to get your chest up, send your knees forward a little bit. 2. You can always sit on a block. Nice. And 1. Good. Turn to the left. Downward dog. Yay. All right, we've got the 3 curtsies here, so what you got to do is, I step forward a little bit, but walk your hands back. Take your right leg, curtsy it, and then drop the knee and then look towards me. Then the standing splits, I actually try to look at the ceiling. 5, 4, hold on to the standing leg. 3, 2, 1, and curtsy. Breathe. Let that knee drop, who cares? And again, standing splits. 5. So you don't have to be great at it. 4. I just always try to show so many different things. 3, 2, and 1, curtsy. So that you have an approach. Each asana is like a different runway at the airport, and you want to discover the approaches. Don't worry. You gotta practice, right? You gotta practice your approach. And 1. Good. Downward facing dog. You gotta practice all of that. Drop your knees. Modified side plank. Turn towards me. 5, 4. So I want to get out of your hamstring opening and into your glute. 3, 2. Get into those lateral side muscles. And 1. All fours. Left hand to the right foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Alrighty then. Walk your hands back to your feet. Walk back, sun salute. Stand all the way up, inhaling. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward dog, exhale. Left leg lift. Step forward lunge. Come on up. Forward fold, goddess squat. See how I wiggle in a little bit? Gosh, it feels so good. 5, 4. This particular position feels terrible for a lot of people and maybe for a long time. And then it's one day you're like, oh, the clouds have parted. Good. Turn to the right, downward facing dog. Full walk back. Chaturanga vinyasa, walk back. Standing up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Walk out plank, chaturanga. Yay. Upward facing dog, inhaling. Yep. and downward dog, exhale. Add in some standing leg poses. Right leg lift, step forward, lunge, high crescent warrior. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Virasana, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Low side lunge, Konasana, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Trikonasana, 5, 4. You can reach across if you want. 3, 2, yeah, and 1, hands down. I'm going to slide the right foot back and change this into half moon pose. 5, 4, take your time getting there. Just because I said it doesn't mean you have to arrive immediately. 3, 2, yeah, and 1. Plank chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. So if you just did all of that on the right side. Right leg lift, step forward lunge, qigong circle. Just going to stand up though. Forward fold, goddess squat. Some of you want to take the binding? Take the binding. Cecily, what's the binding? Some of you are all ready for that. 3, 2, and 1. Take it to the left side. Great, downward facing dog. Well, let's do all of those poses on the left side. Yeah, why not? Left leg lift. Step forward, lunge, crescent, warrior. Booyah. 3, 2, you're breathing, focusing. 1. Virasana, 2. It's good to have an idea of holding these poses isometrically, which is actually a kind of strength training. Isometric contractions are contractions. Yeah. And 1, Konasana, 5, 4. This is going to be a very big triangle pose. 3 blocks are good. 2 and 1, Trikonasana, 5, 4, 3, 2, structure, and 1, hands down. Maybe slide the left foot in just a bit. Half moon pose, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, chaturanga. Upward facing dog up, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Excellent. Left leg lift, step forward lunge, stand all the way up, inhale. So the last goddess. Wiggle in. Ooh, squat it down. Yeah. I think the last class, yeah. I think the last one, Tuesday or Thursday, we focused on Virasana. So this is part of being able to get into that pose. Great. We're gonna go back to the left, chaturanga. Back to the left, upward facing dog. Yes, and downward facing dog. Yes, good. Well, I need your right leg to lift. Your right leg's gonna lift. Step a high crescent warrior up. Then twist towards me. A rotated warrior 2, stay up on the back toe. Really, it's a rotated, lunge. All right, 3, 2, 1. Rotated prayer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. You're going to have to step in. The back foot has to step forward. Maybe 4 or 5 inches for rotated triangle. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep. And 1. Take the forward foot, slide it back for rotated half moon. 5, 4, 3, 2, that's a hard one, and 1, chaturanga vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Great, great. Downward facing dog. Great. Listen, a toe squat in the center. You're going to jump to the center. And just a twisted prayer over the right thigh. Just that. 5, 4. This would be getting ready for pasasana. 3. Trying to twist the arms around. 2. Pasasana, malasana. All of those bindings over bent legs. And a 1. Prasarita Padottanasana. Yes. Titi Ba'asana prep. Step my feet forward. Get my shoulders behind the knees. 5, 4, get flat hands to the rear. 3, keep your feet down. 2, and a 1. Great, 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 great. Turn to the right, downward dog. Well, we need the left leg now, yeah? Left leg lift, step forward lunge, high crescent warrior. High crescent warrior. Rotated warrior 2. Now careful, this sometimes looks kind of tooty-outy. So sometimes I'll do it wrong and then I'll put the corrections in. Look how much broader it is when it gets corrected. Prayer position over the front thigh. 3. Slide down that outside leg. 2. You take the binding if you want, but we want to keep the flow as well, yeah? 1. Good. Hands go down. You're going to have to take the back foot and step it in quite a few inches. This is your rotated triangle. 5, 4, 3, work it out. 2, standing poses, quite lovely. Don't get bored, don't go to sleep on them. And 1. Now you have to take the forward foot and draw it back a bit. Find your block if you're going to use it. Rotated half moon, Parivriti Ardha Chandrasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, don't lose it, and 1. Chaturanga vinyasa. Good, 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 good. Yay! Upward facing dog. Inhale. Oh, so good. Downward dog. Exhale. All right, we got a little toe squat in the center. You can jump there. Ooh, prayer position twist over the outside of your left thigh. 5. Yeah, you got to try to keep your knees aligned and squeezing in. 4. Come on, pull your waist through. 3, 4, and 5. Have a seat. Nice, nice, nice. Legs out in front. Good. Use your blankets if need be. Forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Love it so much. Good, 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 good. Some seated poses. Janusirsasana in the Ashtanga brand. Let's all do same foot. So your right foot and knee, my right foot and knee. Goes to the inside and the left. Try to send the knee out. And then the forward fold. 5, 4. You are trying to get your ribs down. 3. Now, if your ribs don't go down easily, 2, you know, there's some stuff you have to work out in your pelvis. And 1, you have to be able to turn the pelvis and tilt it. And 1, changing sides. So, dig it. If you're very stiff in the pelvis, it's the weirdest thing. Sometimes your upper body gets stuck here. And your upper body is stuck because your hip sockets are stuck. Now look at my hip socket. Look at what's going to happen with my pelvis. 5, all right. 4, I'm actually moving my pelvis on top of my femur bones. 3, 2. So some folks, you don't want to think of it as a stretch. And 1, you have to think of it as a compression. And 1. Good, good, good. Let's do the Iyengar variety of Janusirsasana. So to do that, we're all facing this way. And you're going to take, let's see, let's everybody do the right seat. You're going to take your right knee. You're going to turn away from me a little bit. And for Mr. Iyengar, he considers it to be a side stretch. So what's going to happen is more than likely you've turned your back to me a little bit. So, all right, so there's a dispute. Is it head of the knee, or is it head to knee? All right. Well, take this hand over. Maybe you're turning away from me. It's a side stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing sides. So now I'm going to be turning away from you, and you're going to turn towards me. So get the knee in quite close. I'm thinking it's more of a side stretch. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Legs out. Good. Forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Great. If you struggle with forward folds, just keep working on them. Come on up, inhale. I think there's a great loss of people who do too much vinyasa. You actually lose the ability to do seated poses. Here's the weird things. The standing poses don't make the seated poses better, but the seated poses make the standing poses better. Seated poses require so much engagement, and they work through so many more joints. So for many folks, just to sit like this with the right foot folded back, that's a lot. But you're getting ankle, knee, and hip. Forward fold. Triang Ekapada Paschimottanasana. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Changing sides. Sometimes I call it half of a hero's pose. One leg is in the hero's pose, Virasana. The other leg takes the Paschima stretch. So I think you could get away with calling it that. Ardha Virasana. 5, 4. I would probably get a D- on that test. 3. I would get points for trying. 2. Yeah, you want to get the Sanskrit proper. And 1. Good. Come on up. Okay. Let's go ahead to Virasana and Supta Virasana. Now, Virasana, you can sit up on a block or not. Virasana is both knees folded back. And very important, handy work. I recommend a block if you're not sure about your ankles and your knees. But because this is a vinyasa style, we're finishing a vinyasa style. Traditionally, vinyasa style classes really don't have any equipment. So I will use blocks in a vinyasa class for those standing poses, and then after that, I'll tend to drop it out. But at the end of the day, you got to know yourself. You got to know, like, I got to have blocks, or better have a blanket ready. You got to get that stuff ready. Okay? Know your body. But I want to sit a little bit further down. Right now, I've got my heels separated and my knees together. I'm trying to get the buttocks down inside the heels. And I'm starting to feel the back of my thighs. I'm starting to feel the underside of my legs touching the mat. That is not for everyone. After my run yesterday, I specifically want to try to open up the ankle, knee, and hip socket channel. So I'm trying to saddle all the way down inside the feet. 3, 2, some folks, the ankles can't do it. It's not your knees, it's your ankles. and 1. Okay, this is a modified Supta Virasana. Modified Supta Virasana. I'm going to take blocks back, and this is what I call the armchair, like you're sitting in an armchair. You're like, oh, watching television. I used to call this the Sony chair. Boy, you got to be sort of almost my age to remember that ad of the man was sitting in his chair, and it was like the chair was a sports car, and the Sony speakers were so powerful that they were like blowing him, and he was like, you know. So I used to call this, use your blocks like you're in an armchair, right? And so you don't have to go all the way down. All right, now I'm going to come on up and go to downward facing dog and open out those legs. Oh, yeah, hi. Oh, hello. Hello. So now your legs really want to be straight. So some pedal pushers here just feel just right. We are going to go back to a deeper variation, Virasana and Supta Virasana. Some folks love it, go to these poses easily. Some folks hate them, so I want to give you some different ways to do it. All right, now you got to have some other equipment, and I'm pulling out the big guns, because I can, pulling out the bolster. Yeah, baby. Now this bolster goes nice back here, and look how far back it goes. I'm barely going to sit on it. Why do I barely sit on it? Because my body's going to go on the rest of it. Now, I don't want my head to be challenged. Folks are like, Cecily, what happened to the vinyasa class? I know. But let me tell you all something. I read a lot of posts. My students, my regular students know. I do all of the reading. I read all of the threads. And people are very confused about style. They're like, oh, it depends on what style of yoga. I don't understand that at all. I mean, like, look, if you like to eat, do you really care what style the food is? You know, I mean, you know it's Italian or you know it's Korean, but, you know, your mouth just loves it. And if somebody says, well, what style was it? You were like, I think it was Korean with a splash of Brazilian. You don't know. You just ate it. So let's just enjoy the yoga. All right, so I've got this blanket here. Look how I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this blanket behind my head now. Scoop my tailbone in, and then as I roll back, that blanket, is for my head. Yeah. See, it was already there. Okay, you can hang out here. Some of you can go all the way down. You don't need all of this equipment. But because I did my run yesterday, all of this whole front track is screaming at me. So I'm not going as low as usual. Hang out here, breathe a few times. 4. Deep breathing. I'm always trying to tuck my tailbone. I'm always trying to get my tuchus out and forward. Pelvic tilt 2, so that my lower back is on the bolster. That was really nice. And 1, head first. Come on up. Gonna roll back on the back and give the knees a hug. Get rid of all of the equipment. Push. Give your knees a hug. All right. Nice. So this is Saturday. All right, there you are. Happy baby's pose. Enjoy the stretch. Hold onto your ankles. Don't worry about trying to grab your feet. Hold onto your ankles so your legs go further apart. Give the knees a hug. All right. Twist your legs towards me to your left and look to your right. Spinal twists. Easy peasy. Let's just do easy stuff here. And changing sides. Your knees to the right. Look towards me. While we're twisting here, I want to tell you, there will not be this class on the 23rd of May. Some of you know why. All I can say is that I'm going to be on a lovely picnic that Saturday. So we'll have one more Saturday before then. And coming up center. Now it's up to you what you want to do next. Would you like a little Shavasana? Would you like a pigeon pose, reclining pigeon, shoulder stand, Sarvangasana? I think if I were finishing this class, I would definitely do a Sarvangasana. Some folks need to do bridges or back bending. We did not do a lot of back bending today. And we didn't do a lot of arm balances today. Just can focus on the legs. So if there's something you feel like we didn't do, well, go ahead. Give yourself 10 more minutes on your mat. Keep developing your relationship with self. There's so much yoga to be done. We could actually just do all day long, nonstop yoga, 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 yoga. By the time you do the breath, the meditation, the reading and the contemplation, stretching, strength work, well, that's all day. It's a whole job. So hopefully maybe you're relaxing in Shavasana, and I'm going to close out. Thank you so very much for joining me. It's nice to know friends are with me as I practice. This is the Gayatri. Om Bhuvah Svaha Tat Savitur Varenyum Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Diyo Yo No Prachodayat. The light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. And for that we say, Namaste.